Hi folks, my name is Kenneth Young, and as you can see by the items around me and behind me, I have one passion in life. Hanging things on the wall. But I also love America. Jimmy Carter. That's better. Now at this point you're probably asking yourself a few questions. Why am I watching this video? How did I get here? And did he tie that bow tie himself? The answer to all three of those questions is yes, except the first two. I'm making this movie to document an experience I had going deeper into the belly of a vicious beast. Yes, folks, join me now as I relate my experience working in the government. By now, you know that my passion is hanging things on the wall, but I can't do this for a living, which means I have to graduate college, which is why I decided to do this project in the first place. So, in order to meet the requirements for graduation, let me get some logistics out of the way. For my project, I decided to work as an intern in the 2015 legislative session of the Utah House of Representatives. I worked for Mike Noel for a period of 8 weeks, more or less. And my specific tasks included whatever I was told to do. Let me assure you, this was a fulfilling experience that taught me professionalism, how to network, and in general, how to work with people. Because let me assure you, government work is far more than you think it is. It's more than just cutting ribbons and kissing babies. Look over there. It's you. Look, it's you. Oh, heaven's sake. I'm busy. There were long hours, late nights involved, as well as tension between representatives and some senators. Things got done, laws were made, and lifelong friendships were destroyed.
Behold the Capitol building of the great state of Utah. Inside we see the goings-on of government work. Here we see the entrance to the House of Representatives leadership's offices. One of these leaders is Representative Mike Noel, the chairman of the prestigious House Rules Committee. Here we see Mike Noel meeting with some of his constituents. Boy, oh, does he love them!
Sure, that was a hard experience being an intern. Sometimes you were pushed around, told to do the menial tasks, but it really was a learning experience. A lot of good was done this year in the legislature. I was able to do research to give to my representative. I was able to advocate for certain things with lobbyists and special interest groups. If I had to do it over again, I would, although I wouldn't have written that rock opera about it.
I got your lunches, I got your coffee, I got your printouts, all that you asked me to. And all I want, and all I want, and all I want, and all I want is a thank you. So ungrateful.
Alright, no more of this rehearsed crap. I'll just tell you what I did. I went up to the Capitol, worked there for 8 weeks as an intern. What I did as an intern was he'd asked me to research some kind of legislation he was doing. For instance, Representative Mike Noel was working on having the jurisdiction of roads in the Dixie National Forest to be switched from the Forest Service to the local sheriff, things like that. So I looked up how that would blow over constitutionally, if it was even necessarily legal. I would have to talk to drafting attorneys to get the actual language for the bill draft. I'd have to work out a fiscal note, meaning how much it would cost or how much it would make for the state with the fiscal analysts. All kinds of things like that. And then there was things like going to get lunch and getting drinks and making sure his schedule was all up to date, getting him printouts, that kind of thing. It was pretty simple. I got to know a lot of good people, though, that worked both in the legislature itself as well as county commissioners that would come talk to us and lobbyists and things like that. I enjoyed it quite a bit. I got to know a lot of good people, and there's been a lot of contacts that I've kept since then. I've learned things of how the government works, and I'm actually very impressed with it. I thought there might be a little more, not corruption necessarily, but things that kind of icky, people being mean to each other or things like that. But it wasn't. It was great, and I loved it. And I'd do it again. It's given me a lot of experience and a lot of contacts that I can use once I'm out of college to either get a job or just progress in any career, really. So this is the bulk of it. So, I did all the requirements that it took. Thank you, Edge.